glass of craft beer, we can do this. Yeah.
What's good, y'all? This is C-Certified Brewhead, and welcome to another edition of Beer Mail here on BAOS. This evening, I have some bangers from our mates in Orleans, just south of Ottawa, Stray Dog, fresh from the podcast that we just dropped. We have three bangers we're going to run through tonight. They're relatively new for their winter edition. They're Jagged Little Pilsner. This, which is a sick name. This bad boy is their Extra Pale Ale, a single hop Amarillo, one hop wonder, sorry. And Bright Future, an IPA. Alright, let's kick off with this one. So, you guys might have seen the podcast, episode 134 that we just did with Stray Dog. Super cool. Now, it was our first trip back to Ottawa for 2 years. Ottawa is such an underrated brewery beer environment right now. Last time we were there, when we first went, I want to say like 2014 or something like that. It was kind of just boring, to be honest. Like, there wasn't really much going on. There wasn't a ton of brew pubs. We went on like Labor Day weekend, and people at the brew pub were like, "What are you doing here? Like, we go to Montreal for that. Like, why are you coming up here?" And we're like, "Oh shit, like, we fucked up." So when we went in 2017 for the Canadian Brewing Awards, I was like, this is crazy. Like, I was super impressed with everything that was going on. We went to Dominion City and Tooth and Nail, tried a bunch of the other local beers, and we're just crazy impressed. And then we just got back 2 weeks ago, and it's gone up again, and it's become one of our genuine favorite regions. So this beer is a 5.2% Pilsner, of course, a reference to Alanis Morissette's classic 1995 debut album, which apparently Mark, the owner, said that he called her father. She is from Ottawa, and he got the approval from him directly, which is fucking cool. Mate, nice little chill haze going on there. Smells biscuity. Put it in ya. Beaut. Nice. And when I actually had this, we had drank this on the podcast. I had a bitch of a cold, so I was not feeling the best, and it was the first beer I'd had in like a week, so I wasn't sure how I felt about it at the time. So it's nice to have it again. I actually feel about the same way. It's solid, man. Like, it's nice and crisp, nice and bitter too. It's not I'm holding back on any of that. Yeah, it's just a nice crushable Pilsner, bready, malty, but super easy drinking. The bitterness is hitting me pretty hard right now, but once again, first beer usually happens, but this is fantastic. Definitely a solid beer. And they said they only do it over the winter, so I'm really hoping that they'll bring it back year round, but I can understand the amount of tank time this takes, like 6 weeks fermenting. It's not really plausible in the summer when they can barely keep up, right? So, super dope. So, when we were in Ottawa in 2017 for the CBAs, the Canadian Brewing Awards, we actually met Justin, who is the head brewer there, the brewmaster and co-owner. So we connected with him. He sent us beers as they were going, like even some that were like straight off tap, not even in production yet. So we got to try the stuff and see them as they've grown. Branded glassware, you know what it is. And it was really cool to reconnect with him after being super impressed by the beers that we tried over the years. They opened in July 2017, I think they said. We met him in May, so they were a few months away. So, damn, nice and hazy. I definitely appreciate a couple things about Stray Dog. One, that they love New England. So this is a 5.8% one hop wonder Amarillo. They call it an extra pale ale, which is very Australian. Smells tropical, mate. Get it in ya. Dope. Yeah, man. Creamy, tropical, soft, full-bodied whilst being, only 5.8, so it's super crushable. To be honest, Amarillo is not one of those hops I could pick out in a beer, but yeah, this is really distinctive. A little bit of like earthy kind of vibes in there. No pine or bitterness or anything like that. They're definitely all late additions. Yeah, very impressed. This is really, really smooth, man. I like it a lot. So they do a lot of that, and also their flagship beer is called this one. It's a Cali Common. I think it was the first California Common I ever had. So I was, and they're still pushing that one now. That's still their main one, and I've never seen another brewery that's had a Cali Common as their flagship. So it's a super fun, like, concept and something really, really different. And it was really cool to see Excuse me. Damn. It was really cool to see the brew pub actually finally in person. Now the third beer we're doing here is called Bright Future IPA. Doesn't say anything else about it. My assumption is it's going to be hazy, and I wasn't wrong. The fellas never let me down. And I've had a few of the other beers from trades. My boy Nathan, go follow at Nathan Does Beer. He is one of our main blog contributor right now as well. Nathan is a G, and he's got me a few of their beers over the years as well. So look at this one, mate. Damn. This one is, 6.5. Smells, it's got that like kind of dank vibe about it, so get it in ya. This is kind of on that like treehouse vibe, which is what I think it's the dankness about it. Super smooth and creamy. It's great. Chalky, dry, hella tropical. Oh man, this is great. Oh man, I'm looking forward to drinking this tonight. All right, great. Tons of flavor still, whilst being hella crushable. Yeah, I'm not surprised all these will fire. So, super impressed with Ottawa as a whole. It's just one of our new favorite places. But Tiff hadn't been in years as well, and she was like blown away with the food, with the hospitality, how cool everybody was, how great the beers were. And we've been fucking up. We haven't been going that 2 hours north. We keep going 2 hours south to Vermont. So, Ottawa's going to be a place we're going to get to a lot more regularly. So, if you are up there, Stray Dog's about 15 minutes south of the main city center. Super close, right off the freeway. Cute tap room. They always play dope music. Justin was in a hip hop group back in the day, so we have a strong connection there. So he's playing like great music. They've got a ton of different beers on tap and stuff, and everything to go. So very, very impressed. Great humans as well. So go check them out, and just check out Ottawa in general, man. If you can get hold of any of the beers. If you're in Ontario, a lot of the almost all of the Ottawa breweries would at this point would have an online store that was shipped. So don't fuck around, go cop that. So that is it, guys. If you enjoyed the episode, boom, smash that thumbs up. Hit subscribe below, hit the notification bell. Ding. So you know when the new drops. Follow us on social media at BAOS Podcast. And check out the long form audio. Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Right now, as of recording, we're in the middle of the Ottawa stuff. And we'll have a bunch more coming. That is it, guys. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next episode. And as always, get it in ya.